Are you afraid to start homeschooling because you think that you have to know all the stuff already that you want to teach your kids? If that is you, then this is the video that you've been looking for, because I'm going to give you 3 reasons, and these are only 3 of many, why you don't have to know all the content already, all the skills, all the facts, all the knowledge that you want your kids to learn. A lot of people assume that it must be a lot easier to homeschool if you're a teacher, like I was for many years, because, oh, you already know all the stuff that you need to teach. Okay, but think about this for a minute. When I got my degree in elementary education, it meant that I was certified to teach kindergarten through 6th grade. That is a lot of content. That is a lot of different information. Do you actually think I had all those years worth of information already downloaded into my head? No, it meant that I knew how to run a classroom. I knew how to administer tests. I knew how to create tests. All I had to do to get the information was get the teacher's guide, the instructor manual, whatever you want to call it. That was where all the information was that I had to teach. So every year I would just get those books. And as long as I stayed a day ahead of my students, I knew what I needed to teach. It didn't mean I already had all that information. It meant I knew where to find the information. And you, as a very competent adult, are going to be able to do the exact same thing. You will be able to find the information that you want your children to learn. And by coming alongside them and helping them learn that information, you get to learn it too. Despite the fact that I taught in a classroom for 6 years, I learned stuff every single year that I previously taught but had completely forgotten. There is so much American history, which I taught for 3 years, that I never learned. I never really downloaded that information. Sure, I taught it, but I didn't learn it. I have learned so much as a homeschooler. And that's one of the benefits, I think, to being a homeschool parent, is that you get to make a completely new education for yourself by coming alongside your child and helping them find the information that you or the state or whatever needs them to learn. Now, you might be saying, okay, fine, but I don't know how to actually teach some of that information. Sure, I can get a math book and I can try to go through it with them, but if they don't get it and I don't get it, then how am I supposed to teach it? Well, that's one of the other beauties about homeschooling. It's the fact that you have the freedom to outsource whatever you want. You can outsource every single subject to a tutor, to another homeschool mom in exchange for whatever, teaching their children something, or childcare, or dinner once a week, or whatever arrangement you want to come to. You can outsource to curriculum that teaches for you with DVDs, or some curriculum, believe it or not, even comes with a script. You can read through the script if you're not quite sure how to teach it, and the script will teach. So as long as you know what your options are and where you can go to find people who do know how to teach that information, then it doesn't matter if you're not clear on how you're going to teach certain skills. You will be able to outsource those skills, the teaching of those skills, to other people, or to a curriculum, or to classes. Lots and lots of options. Okay, let's say you get to the end of your homeschooling journey with your child and they fly the nest, and then they realize, hey, Mom, remember how you said we would eventually learn about XYZ, but we never did? I need to know that now. Now, you might think, oh my gosh, how am I going to make sure that I've taught everything? Okay, again, you don't have to, because here's the thing. There is no expiration date on your child's ability to learn. By coming alongside them, showing them how to find information and how to learn, they will be able to go out and learn anything else that they need to learn for a job, for a school they want to apply to, for anything. So when you think about homeschooling, if you get overwhelmed at trying to figure out how you're going to teach everything because you're not even sure what all you need to teach them, don't worry about it. They will be able to learn anything that they need to learn at any time, just like you are learning what you need to learn right now. 10 years ago, you didn't need this information. Well, you know what? Right now, there's a lot of information your child doesn't need. And it would be silly to take time to teach it to them when it's completely irrelevant. It has no bearing on their life. And the only reason they're going to remember is so they can regurgitate it on a test and then move on and never remember it again. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But teaching a child how to learn so that when they go out in the world and they find a need for information and know then how to get that information, that is what they need to be learning right now. So don't worry about how am I going to find all the information to teach them, or I don't know how to teach, or how am I supposed to teach if I don't already know everything? Because none of those things matter. What matters is coming alongside your child and demonstrating for them, this is how we learn.